Yo, what is up guys, Ikari here, back again with another banger of a video for Wuthering Waves. Today we are talking about Jiwei, the new cost for Calamity Echo coming in 1.1 Mount Firmament update for Wuthering Waves. So we already know that Jiwei is basically a guardian of Jinzhou and is someone who works hand in hand with Jinhsi. And Jiwei is also a very major plot point for the 1.1 story update. But beyond that, I always wondered, why did they call it the Post-Lament Anthropocene? I'm gonna just assume that's how you say that word. And I actually looked up this word because I have never heard this word up until this game came out. And apparently this word means a period of time that's been proposed to describe what era we're living in now, with climate change and dealing with all kinds of different effects of humans being on the planet for so long. So I'm curious if maybe they mean something in their own way when they put post-lament Anthropocene. It's very curious what exactly they meant by using this word, because I can't even find this word in the game to be used to describe anything. So it's only ever used to describe these news articles. But anyway, let's get into talking about Jiwei. So first of all, this art is absolutely amazing of him. He looks ridiculously sick. The golden, shiny horns with these cool, blades hanging off the horns, and this super sick white hair that is just massive. This dude is absolutely sick. So Jiwei, threat level Calamity, type Sentinel. One of the Sentinels of Huanlong, taking the shape of a lawn. Jiwei, the wielder of time's flow, serves as the guiding force behind Jinzhou's civilization. So this is where we're going to be fighting Jiwei in a place called the Temporal Loop. And I'm not gonna lie, this place looks gorgeous. The skyline with the gigantic sunset, and a thin layer of water that just reflects everything. This is a very, very beautiful place. But it's also very interesting that since this is a cost for Calamity Echo, this is one of those echoes that is like the Bellborn, Geochalone, Scar, Dreamless, where you fight them 3 times a week for their drops. Which we have a new type of drop, the Sentinel's Dagger, which is the same thing that was hanging off of Jiwei's horn. There's 4 or 5 of them on each side of his horn. And I'd imagine these are going to be what we use to level up Jinhsi and Chain Li's last skills in their skill tree. We also get the regular standard weapon mold that you would get from doing the weekly drop fights anyway, which I'm wondering if these weapon molds are going to be usable to craft another 4-star weapon for free in the new Mount Firmament area through a new shop NPC maybe, or something along those lines. Here we have a little bit of gameplay footage of Jinhsi fighting Jiwei, doing a really, really sick time dodge to avoid his tail attacks. Yeah, this fight looks really, really cool. That's a really sick angle with Jinhsi running and Jiwei just flying right above her. So a little more info about Jiwei as an Echo. The Echo skill summons Jiwei to attack the enemies, dealing spectro damage. The Resonator can perform Resonance skill to deal sustained spectro damage to the enemies over time. The Sonata effect is of course Celestial Light, so if you run the 2-piece set you get increased spectro damage. I think it's up by 10%. For the 5-piece set you get increased spectro damage, I believe 30%. Upon performing intro skill, this effect can last a certain duration. What's this? Echo skill animation. Okay, so we're in the open world. Yo, Jiwei is like an air boost. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so if you use Jiwei as a main Echo, you have a way of just raising yourself, it looks about maybe 20-30 feet in the air. That's some really nice height to just gain from wherever you're standing. This is going to be a great way to just immediately gain height if you're trying to climb something really tall and you don't have enough stamina necessarily to make it all the way, and you don't want to have to spam whatever meals that you cook to give yourself more stamina or to recover your stamina, I could definitely see this being very useful in the open world. I like this a lot. And like, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm doing combat in this game, there are a lot of times where if I'm in a moment where I don't know what the enemy is about to do, I will instinctually do a double jump and then immediately do the grapple to like turn it into like a triple jump, and then I'll just glide right after that, just to kind of like be able to like take myself out of the fight for a second and be able to like evaluate what's going on. Like, what are they doing? Like a combo attack? Was it a single attack that, you know, was just one and now they're done and now I can just go in for another follow-up? Or so I could definitely, like for Tempest Mephis especially, because in the later levels of his fight, like once you get to Soul 3 Phase 5, he starts doing this crazy laser attack that he just throws out like real fast, because you have barely any time to react to it. It happens so quick because he just like will disappear, he'll pop right in front of you, and he's already doing the animation where he's throwing his hand back and you just see like red and black flowing through his hand and it starts flashing, and that's like your sign to be like, oh, you gotta move now. And also like, that beam attack, I swear, is like the size of the beams from Sonic Adventure 2, like the Tails mech and the Dr. Eggman mech, the laser beams that they shoot from those. It literally does like the same amount of damage and has the same amount of range as those attacks. It just destroys you in like 2 hits. You die literally after taking 2 hits of it. And if you don't get like enough height, you just get hit by it. And I've never been able to just like use a regular dodge. Like, it's such a big attack that I just have to jump out of the way to be able to get past it entirely. I've never been able to dodge it, or it's definitely not like a parryable attack. It's literally like a laser beam. So honestly, I'm definitely gonna have to get Jue with crit rate for Spectro Rover. Even though I enjoy playing with Havoc Rover more, I think that Spectro Rover is definitely going to benefit a lot from having Jue, especially because now I can do the 4-4-1-1-1 setup, because now we have Jue, I can run Morning AX, and then just 3 cost 1s, and boom, tons of crit rate. Just the way I like it. But anyway, that's going to be the video here. Thank you all so much for watching. If y'all could do me a favor and leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, that would be absolutely wonderful. I really want to do big things with this channel, so any bit helps the channel grow. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Take care.